One of my subscribers asked me whether it's possible or not to use lucid dreaming to reprogram your brain to become a less lazy person. I find this question interesting to answer because it also answers certain people who ask why they should try lucid dreaming in the first place, right? So my answer to the original question, if it's possible to do something inside the lucid dream to become less lazy when you wake up, the answer is yes, absolutely, it is possible. I've tested it and I've tried it, and more importantly, it is also very easy to do. So you have to get into the lucid dream, and when you're there, you have to find the worst possible version of you and the best possible version of you, and you have to ask them how they got there. You have to ask them how what's their worldview, what steps did they make in order to become those people. So let's go step by step. Step 1, you have to get into the lucid dream. How to get there is like a whole nother topic. I do have a video about it. A link to that video about how to get into the lucid dream will be under this video in the description. And there's plenty other resources, you may read those as well. That's like a whole new topic, right? Step 2 will be finding a person, and it's on its own is a fairly big topic, but just a couple of hints. You can call the person, you can command them to show up, you can find them in the next room, you can find them behind a closed door. Many options there. Just pick your preference and use what any of those techniques to find the person, right? So step 3 is you find the worst person you can become, right? So for example, if you use a command to find them, then you command that the worst person I can become, please come to me, I want to talk to you, something like that. Or if you're using a closed door technique, you may like approach a closed door and you may command that behind this closed door there is this person who is the worst person I can become, and I want to talk to them once I get there. So you find that person. It will probably be the most repelling, disgusting, dirty, bitter, complaining, lazy bum you can become, right? The worst possible scenario your subconsciousness can imagine you can become, that's what you will find there, right? You will find this person who will resemble you, but they will be complete mess. Their life will be ruined, they will be irreversibly damaged. Your goal is to actually just ask them questions, right? So you find this person and you ask them, how did you get to this point in your life? What did you do? What are your values, right? What steps did you make to become this, right? How maybe you made some mistakes in your life, what those mistakes were, what do you wish you did differently, or whatever. You ask all those questions and you listen, right? Because that image is your subconsciousness modeling your worst possible outcome of your life, and it's telling you what it believed in order to get there, right? So you listen, you take in all those answers, and you then once the dialogue is done, you find the second person, which will be your best possible version, right? So using the same technique, you may command that, hey, the best version I can become, come here, I want to talk to you. It will also be the best possible image of you that your subconsciousness can imagine. So just out of top of my head, well-dressed, rich, really a successful person with like a big house, a big family, who owns like 2 businesses, who's always busy, who's hiring people to accomplish his ideas, whatnot. So all of these qualities combine in this one ideal version of you, right? And you will see this person. They will have your face. You will understand that it's you, right? But like the best version of you. And you talk to them as well. You ask the same questions. How did you get here? What did you do? Like what were your beliefs? What steps did you make and whatnot? And listen to the answers as well. They may say something like, yeah, I was doing a lot of work. At some point I realized that the only person I can trust is myself, so I started improving myself a lot. I started creating my projects before I spend time on anyone else's projects. I invest into my own future. I try to do the correct steps whenever I can, whenever it's possible. I never regret about certain things that were in my childhood, whatever. Like, you can hear a lot of interesting thoughts from this person, right? So you will have 2 sets of answers now. You will have the answers from a person who is you, but the version of you who irreversibly destroyed their life, right? Who did everything wrong and let themselves go, and whatever. They can't do anything to fix their life anymore, and that's like their answers of what they believe and what they do, what they did to get there. And the second set of answers will be from this very successful version of you who has done all the right steps, who's always growing, always modifying their life in order to become what they want to become, stuff like that, right? And I promise you that once you wake up after hearing those 2 opinions on life, you will not be lazy again. Like, you will know exactly what to do in order to destroy your life, and exactly what to do in order to like make your life as best as possible. And really, you'll have a lot of internal energy in order to become not the worst thing you can become, but the best thing you can become, because you will see all the consequences. You will see that everything that can go wrong, basically, right? Once you get out of that dream, I assure you, you will not be ever lazy again. It's a very revealing experience. And those answers are given to you by your subconsciousness, right? If there's one thing that we know really good in this world, is we know ourselves, right? We know what's going on inside us. We know our darkest thoughts, all our secrets, our values, everything that motivates us, everything in our brain about us, right? This is the thing that we're most aware of in our lives, right? And when you ask your subconsciousness to model the best and the worst scenario of what your life can become, you're accessing all that data about yourself to model what you already have, right? So it doesn't like invent new stuff. You will see the same things that you've always believed about yourself, but it will use them to model like your image, right? Your best image and your worst image. So really, those answers will be very accurate, and those predictions will be very accurate as well. Like, they will make sense once you see the image of you destroying your life using the things that you know are bad, but doing them anyway. When you see what you can become, the things will make sense, right? You will actually believe that, yep, it's very logical that that's what's gonna happen with my life if I just do those steps from now on and not do anything else. The same goes with the best possible version. It will use your like best skills and best knowledge of yourself to give you the very exact prediction of what you, it's not even prediction, it's extrapolation, right? It's using your knowledge of what works for you in your life, and it multiplies it by 100, for example, to know what you'll become if you just keep doing those things and not do anything else. So really, I think that you will see that these answers are very accurate, very trustworthy, and very valuable. Like I'm very sure that you will not be lazy ever again if you do it. So that's all I have. Please, if you do this, please send two comments. I expect from you to send the first comment from the day you did it, right? I want to see in my comment section you describing that you went into the lucid dream, you found your best and your worst version of you, and what you saw, what answers you got, and whatever. And then a month later, I want you to come back to your comment under this video, and I want you to tell me how you changed your life, right? You will have some conclusions that you will not be able to forget, and you will start doing those things, and I want you to like live with those changes, like let them grow inside you for a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, and then please come back to my video, to this video, maybe add it to bookmarks or something, and write how you changed your life, like what steps you were doing, and what did you become? Like, did you become closer to the best version of you, or are you like still on the same level, or what? Like, I really want to know, because like I've done this experiment with some people. I know that it may help like break certain bad habits, but I really want more statistics on this. So if you could, please keep me up to date with your life changes, right? So that's all I have. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. And if you really want to learn how to lucid dream, you can always contact me or watch my videos, or hit me on Patreon and I will guide you personally or whatever. So yeah, very happy to see you, and see you next time.